History is an intricate tapestry of events, discoveries, and stories, but not all of it is understood. Beneath the surface of documented timelines lie unsolved mysteries, enigmatic puzzles that continue to baffle historians, archaeologists, and scholars. Some of these riddles may hold the keys to rewriting what we know about humanity, while others remain captivating enigmas, defying explanation. Welcome to History Facts and Mysteries. Today, we delve into some of the most perplexing unsolved historical mysteries that continue to intrigue the world. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more fascinating stories from history. Let us know in the comments what mysteries captivate your imagination. We'd love to hear your thoughts. 8. The Voynich Manuscript. A book without a key. The Voynich Manuscript, discovered in 1912 by rare book dealer Wilfrid Voynich, is one of the most mysterious books in history. Written in an unknown language or code and illustrated with bizarre plants, astrological diagrams, and naked figures, the manuscript has defied interpretation for over a century. Scholars, cryptographers, and even AI technology have attempted to decode its contents, but no one has succeeded in deciphering its text. The book's origins are equally puzzling. Carbon dating suggests it was created in the early 15th century, but its purpose and author remain unknown. Was it an elaborate hoax, a treatise on lost knowledge, or a guide to an unknown medicinal or spiritual practice? Some theories propose that it could have been the work of a creative genius inventing a private language, while others argue it was a medieval forgery designed to mystify its audience. The Voynich Manuscript remains an unsolved riddle, a window into a world we may never fully understand. Adding to its enigma, the manuscript's detailed illustrations depict plants that do not correspond to any known species, celestial charts with unknown constellations, and human figures engaging in strange, ritualistic activities. Some researchers speculate that the book could be an encoded alchemical or medical text, potentially containing lost knowledge from a forgotten civilization. Others suggest it may have been created by an isolated scholar or a secretive group, using an unbreakable cipher to conceal their knowledge. Despite decades of study, including efforts by military codebreakers and advanced AI algorithms, no one has cracked the manuscript's linguistic structure. Even its intended audience remains a mystery. Was it meant for a select few initiates, or was it simply an elaborate piece of intellectual artistry? As long as its meaning remains hidden, the Voynich Manuscript will continue to captivate historians, linguists, and conspiracy theorists alike, offering an unsolved puzzle that defies the limits of human understanding. 7. The Identity of the Sea Peoples. Around 1200 BCE, a wave of destruction swept across the ancient world, marking the end of the Bronze Age. Entire civilizations fell, including the Hittites, Mycenaeans, and the powerful Egyptian New Kingdom. The culprits behind this collapse are often referred to as the Sea Peoples, a mysterious group mentioned in Egyptian inscriptions, but their true identity remains unknown. The Sea Peoples appeared seemingly out of nowhere, wreaking havoc on established kingdoms. Pharaoh Ramses III famously recorded his victory over them in a battle depicted on the walls of his mortuary temple at Medinet Habu. However, he left no definitive clues about their origins. Were they refugees fleeing climate change, famine, or societal collapse? Were they a confederation of raiders or mercenaries exploiting the weakening empires of the time? Theories range from them being displaced Greeks, Trojans, or even Sardinians. Despite ongoing archaeological discoveries, the true identity and motivations of the Sea Peoples remain one of history's greatest mysteries. 6. The Shroud of Turin. Sacred relic or elaborate hoax? The Shroud of Turin is one of the most controversial and debated relics in religious history. This linen cloth, which bears the faint image of a man, is believed by some to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ. Others argue that it is a medieval forgery, created as a religious artifact in an era rife with relic making. Scientific tests on the shroud have yielded conflicting results. Carbon dating conducted in 1988 placed its creation in the 14th century, but critics argue that the sample tested may have been contaminated or taken from a repaired section. Advanced imaging techniques and forensic analysis suggest that the image was created by a process still not fully understood, further deepening the mystery. Is the Shroud of Turin an authentic relic, a masterpiece of medieval art, or something else entirely. While its true origin remains unknown, it continues to inspire devotion, skepticism, and ongoing scientific inquiry. 5. The Roanoke Colony, America's lost settlement. In 1587, English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island, located in present-day North Carolina. When Governor John White returned to England for supplies and came back 3 years later, the colony was abandoned. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan, carved into a tree. What happened to the settlers of Roanoke? Theories abound, ranging from assimilation with local Native American tribes to death by starvation, disease, or conflict. Some suggest they attempted to sail back to England but were lost at sea. Others propose more fantastical explanations, including paranormal or extraterrestrial involvement. Despite centuries of research and archaeological efforts, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains a haunting enigma, a mystery that symbolizes the struggles and uncertainties of early colonial endeavors in the New World. Adding to the mystery, there were no signs of a struggle or mass graves at the site, suggesting the settlers may have left willingly rather than being forcibly removed. Some historians believe they integrated with the Croatoan people, as there are reports from later European explorers of indigenous groups with European features and linguistic influences. Recent archaeological discoveries, including European artifacts found in Native American settlements, support this theory. However, without definitive proof, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains speculative. The disappearance of over 100 men, women, and children without a clear trace continues to fuel theories and investigations, making it one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries in American history. 4. The Baghdad Battery, ancient electrical device? The Baghdad Battery is an intriguing artifact discovered near Baghdad, Iraq, in the 1930s. This small clay jar, dated to around 250 BCE, contains a copper cylinder and an iron rod. Some researchers believe it could have been an ancient battery capable of generating an electric current when filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar. The purpose of the Baghdad battery is unknown. Was it used for electroplating, a technique to coat objects in precious metals? Could it have served a religious or ritualistic function? Or was it simply a storage container that happens to resemble a primitive battery? Skeptics argue that there is little evidence to support the idea of ancient electricity, while proponents point to the artifact as evidence of technological capabilities far ahead of their time. Some experiments have shown that replicas of the Baghdad battery can indeed produce a small electric charge, lending credibility to the idea that it might have been used for electroplating. However, no definitive proof exists that ancient civilizations utilized electricity in this manner. Some historians suggest that if it was a battery, its function could have been symbolic or ritualistic rather than practical. Others theorize that it may have been used in medicine, possibly for pain relief through mild electrical stimulation, much like early electrotherapy. Despite these possibilities, the lack of supporting archaeological evidence leaves the true purpose of the Baghdad battery a mystery. Whether it was a remarkable example of ancient innovation or simply an object misinterpreted through a modern lens, it remains one of history's most fascinating unsolved technological enigmas. 3. The Copper Scroll of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in the mid-20th century, are among the most important archaeological finds of the modern era. However, one scroll stands out for its unusual material and mysterious content: the Copper Scroll. Unlike the other scrolls, which are written on parchment or papyrus, this one is made of metal. The Copper Scroll lists a series of hidden treasures, gold, silver, and other valuables, along with their supposed locations. Scholars have debated its purpose and origins. Was it a genuine treasure map, or a symbolic text with a deeper, spiritual meaning? Despite extensive searches, none of the treasures described in the scroll have been found. The Copper Scroll remains an unsolved mystery, raising questions about the wealth and practices of the ancient Jewish communities near the Dead Sea. Some researchers believe that the treasures described in the Copper Scroll could be linked to the wealth of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, hidden away to protect it from Roman invaders before the temple's destruction in 70 CE. Others suggest that the scroll may be connected to the Essenes, the Jewish sect believed to have written many of the Dead Sea Scrolls, though there is little definitive evidence to support this claim. Adding to the intrigue, The precise locations described in the scroll are cryptic, using ancient measurements and landmarks that are difficult to identify today. Over the years, treasure hunters and archaeologists alike have tried to decipher the scroll's instructions, but no significant hoard of gold or silver has ever been recovered. Whether the treasures were looted long ago, still remain hidden, or never existed at all, the Copper Scroll continues to be one of the most fascinating and enigmatic discoveries of the Dead Sea Scrolls. 2. The Sangxingdui Civilization, China's Forgotten Culture. In 1986, archaeologists in China uncovered a trove of artifacts from a previously unknown civilization at Sangxingdui, located in Sichuan province. These artifacts, including intricate bronze masks and gold objects, date back to around 1200 BCE. The discovery shocked historians, as it revealed a culture distinct from the traditional centers of Chinese civilization in the Yellow River Valley. The Sangxingdui civilization appears to have been highly advanced, but its sudden disappearance around 1100 BCE remains unexplained. Did natural disasters force the inhabitants to abandon their city? Were they assimilated into other cultures, or did they simply fade into obscurity? The enigmatic artifacts of Sangxingdui hint at a rich and complex culture, but much about their society remains a mystery. Some scholars speculate that an earthquake or a drastic shift in the course of the nearby Minjiang River could have led to the city's decline, forcing the inhabitants to migrate elsewhere. Others believe that internal strife or warfare may have played a role in the sudden abandonment of Sangxingdui. The civilization's distinct artistic style, particularly the exaggerated facial features on its bronze masks, suggests cultural influences that differ from those of other contemporary Chinese societies, raising questions about possible connections with distant regions. Despite ongoing excavations and research, no written records have been found to explain who the people of Sangxingdui were, what language they spoke, or why their civilization vanished. The artifacts remain some of the most extraordinary discoveries in Chinese archaeology, offering tantalizing glimpses into a lost world that still holds many secrets. The disappearance of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, said to contain the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, is one of the most revered and sought-after relics in Judeo-Christian tradition. According to the Bible, it was housed in the First Temple in Jerusalem, but it vanished after the Babylonian conquest in 586 BCE. What happened to the Ark? Some theories suggest it was hidden to protect it from invaders, while others claim it was taken to Ethiopia, where it is still guarded by monks in a church. Others argue that it was destroyed during the temple's destruction. Despite numerous expeditions and claims of discovery, no definitive evidence of the Ark's existence or location has ever been found. The mystery of the Ark of the Covenant continues to inspire both religious devotion and adventurous quests. Legends and historical accounts have fueled speculation about the Ark's fate for centuries. Some believe it was secretly transported by Jewish priests to a hidden chamber beneath the Temple Mount, where it remains concealed to this day. Others point to ancient records suggesting it was taken to Tanis in Egypt or hidden deep within the Judean desert. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church maintains that the Ark rests in the chapel of the tablet in Axum, guarded by a single monk who dedicates his life to its protection, though no one is allowed to verify its presence. Alternative theories propose that the Ark was dismantled, its sacred relics scattered or repurposed, and its divine power lost to history. Whether viewed as a real artifact or a symbol of faith, the Ark of the Covenant remains one of the most captivating religious mysteries, inspiring countless explorers, theologians, and treasure hunters in the search for one of history's most elusive treasures. Unsolved mysteries are a testament to the richness and complexity of human history. Each unanswered question reminds us of the vast gaps in our knowledge and the endless possibilities for discovery. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the biggest questions of history. If you enjoyed exploring these mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. What unsolved mystery fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep seeking the truth hidden within the past. History is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered.